Oh my
Are we
goodness.
live?
I think we are.
Ooh.
Let me look at the comments, and that'll prove whether
That'll
this is
prove whether
actually
we're live or
functional.
not.
Yes. Oh my God, it's working.
Are we?
It's working. It's real life. People are commenting.
Are people commenting?
People are. They're there.
Amazing. Did my video get better?
There's a little thing on the side, marginally.
Oh, it marginally got better. Okay, that's
you
good.
still look like you're coming from the moon.
Do I?
but-
What does that mean? For me, I don't look like I'm coming from the moon.
No, you just look like an astronaut over here.
I kind
There
of
you
feel
are.
like, because of my hat and the headphones, I feel like I look a little like a pirate.
You make a good pirate.
Yeah. I feel like I would make a good pirate. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, people are here, so this is now apparently we are professional entertainers.
I love
entertaining
it.
People.
I love it.
And also, hopefully, if the donate button is working on Facebook, we're also allowing people to donate money to Direct Relief International. So,
Amazing.
Considering all the natural disasters happening right now and the need for medical care and other basic supplies. So, yay. So we're doing something nice.
That's nice. I like to do nice stuff.
So everybody, this is my friend Garrison Starr, and
Hey, everybody.
she has the best voice in the world.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, she does. And she's a great songwriter. Do you want to play a song? Should I play a song? Is there a song you want?
Oh, from you?
Yeah. Or a song you want to play from you?
I mean, there's definitely a song that I would play if you are asking me to play a song.
I would like to hear the song that you would play if I asked you to play a song.
All right, let's do it. Let's see. Actually, I'll do Downtown Hollywood. It's a good one to
Okay.
kind of ease in. All right. She was slender and free. Her eyes were quiet and clean. She had a kind of say what you mean way of dealing with people. And I'd see her around whenever we were both back in town. At some friends of friends' house from back in the old days. Downtown Hollywood, sleeping with the stars. We were anything we wanted. It was us against the world. We were rising, we were falling. It was reckless and naive. The way we cashed it all in downtown Hollywood. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, well, it takes a little money and luck to keep a child from growing up, and just a little undeserved applause keep him from thinking he has to. Well, you could have been the next Joan Jett. I might have been Fred Astaire. But right then and there, we were as famous as anyone. Hey, yeah, in downtown Hollywood, sleeping with the stars. We were anything we wanted. thanks for having me. You know, I was thinking while I was playing that song, just how much I love you and how much I appreciate our friendship and how just special it is that every time we get together, it's like no time has passed, and you're always so encouraging, and I just appreciate you a lot. So
I love you too.
I love you, man.
You're great. How did we meet?
I think
I
we
was
met through
trying to
Nielsen.
remember. Was it through Nielsen?
I think it was through
In
Nielsen.
Nashville.
Yeah, I think that he was
Oh, wow.
was working with you or had met you or something,
Yeah.
and like we all kind of he put us all together.
Well, that was a good idea.
I know, right? We need to make another Plover record. Is what we need to do.
We should re-plover it. For those of you who've never heard Plover, I'm looking at the camera now instead of. Here's the problem: if I look at the if I'm looking at you, I'm actually looking at a camera, and if I'm looking at you on my screen, then I'm not looking at you.
It's so nice though when you at the I know I'm the same way. Half the time I'm just looking at myself, which is I don't know what that says, but whatever.
I don't know. This whole virtual thing is weird. But we did a record, the two of us. Nielsen Hubbard produced Mr. Lemons, and we co-wrote, I think, Waiting and Everything But You, and There's Always More, which was actually when I met Amber. Was when we wrote, and she broke up with her boyfriend like during the writing session. It was hilarious. We were like we were in Nielsen's studio, and we're writing this song, and I was thinking like, wow, she's just checking out on her phone. You know, it's like, have you ever done the co-write with like some young kid who got signed when they were 15, and like their way of writing is like they just sit there and
have I ever?
And you're like, so what do you want her? I don't know.
Right.
Like they can't stop Instagramming long enough to write a fucking verse.
So what do you have to say? No.
I had one of those. They wanted the chorus of the song to be Hakuna Matata.
They use that as a reference?
No, they wanted it to be Hakuna Matata, and I'm like, there's kind of already a song. Yeah, it's like Disney. We grew up with Lion King, man. Like, it's like that's feel good, like Hakuna Matata. I'm like,
pretty sure you can't repeat that one.
That's not going to be the chorus of our song. I'm going to tell you one thing here for absolute certain. You haven't contributed anything yet, but Hakuna Matata is definitely not going to be the one thing you throw in.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. But so we were writing There's Always More, and like she just kind of was like, and I'd never met her before, so I felt like really, it's like, are you working on are you typing out a verse on your phone or something over there? And she's just like, no, I think my boyfriend's breaking up with me. Oh, should we take a break? She's like, no. And then Nielsen was trying to turn the song to be more like relationship oriented, and she's like, let's just write the song we were writing.
Oh my God. Like, yeah, man, Amber is so special. That chick is like,
rolled.
Yeah,
you know?
She's such a special person.
She is. I miss her too.
I know. I haven't seen her in a long time too. She's such an individual. I'm crazy about her.
Yeah, she's out doing the Hudson
You know, can I
thing.
tell you a funny story about Amber really quickly?
Yeah.
While you're tuning or whatever. So really quick, you know, our friend Jay Nash had the Rock for the River stuff, like at the Thousand Islands every year. We go to the St. Lawrence River to his parents' river house, and we would all get together and play music and do a show for the 4th of July. And I had these really strong edibles, my little candies that this was like, they're like cancer candies. It was like before it became legal, they had these doses. You would eat an edible and you'd be high for
they're
like
like
4 days.
100 milligrams. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just, you know, so Amber was like, I want to try one of your candies. And I was like, okay, well, sure. I mean, I'll give you one. And I mean, these were they were strong AF, you know? So I gave her one, and she passed out for 24 hours. Like, she fell asleep and then didn't wake up till like noon the next day. And I was like, oh my God, I've killed her. She's died. She'll be the first person who ever died from eating an edible. But anyway.
But she lived.
She woke up. Yeah.
Did she have good dreams?
I don't think she enjoyed it. I think it scared her. I think it scared her to death.
I lost a couple. I'm so bad with weed. I just don't know how to do it. I lost a couple days on tour by like, it's day off and we just been to Boulder, and you know, everybody's like, here, have this. It's the smallest. Like, what? Give me the smallest one you got.
Right.
And I still just lay down for 6 days going like, why do I do this? So,
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. Well, what
6
are you gonna
hours,
play?
not 6 days. I was
you
going to play Everything But You because
I love that
I
song.
wrote because Nielsen and I wrote that together.
I love it. I'm so excited you're gonna play that.
I realized it was kind of like a stealth Hafiz kind of thing. It's like this romantic, like, I don't even know if I knew what it was about, like when we were working on it, and then later I'm like, oh, this is just all about God. But like, you
You know what other song that's on that
but
record
at a
that I was
dance.
well, you know the other song that's on that record that I love so much is Thank You.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Oh,
love
you
it.
sang the shit out of that.
Did I sing on that?
Yeah, you sang on that.
I did.
Yeah,
I love
remember.
that.
You rocked
I just
that.
thought it was so badass that you wrote a song about gratitude and called it Thank You, and I just thought it was so awesome. Anyway,
Well, thank you.
I love it.
Okay. I remember how to play it now. Okay. Don't know what to say, don't know what to do, and everything seems lost, everything but you. Not sure what it takes, fuzzy on the rules, and everything's so dark, everything but you. And I've forgotten how to pray, forgotten what was true, and everything feels lost, everything but you. The battle of the band, the rattle of the news, and everything's too much, everything but you. Take me to the town for torture, break me on the wheel of fortune. All this entertainment's no good, it just leaves me hungry for you. And I'm fucking up the words, murdering the tune, and everything's so slack, everything but you. Something's gotta change, someone's gotta choose. Everything's sewn up, everything but you. Take me dancing, pale and knock-knee, spin me through the crowd and drive me dizzy in the middle of the floor. Oh my God, you terrify me, oblivious, you blow right by me, spinning wine and melting ice cream, random, warm, and mesmerizing. You terrify me, you are everything. You terrify me, you are everything. You terrify me, yeah. Ooh. Well, I'll just stick to what I know. I'm proud to be your fool. Everything's a crutch, everything but you.
That mic sounds so good, Glenn.
Tony Berg's old mic.
Oh, Tony B. Hadn't seen that dude in a coon's age.
Yeah. He's got, what is it? He's got the studio with
Oh, Blake Mills.
Blake Mills. Yeah. They got
Not
United
Sound
Recording.
City. It's not
United
Sound City.
Recording, right? Or
What's
it used
that?
to be Sound City?
It used
I
to
think
be
it's United
Sound
Recording or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
I didn't know they changed the name.
Mhm.
Yeah, that place is cool.
I want to check it out.
Blake Mills is cool.
Blake Mills is cool. Tony's cool.
Tony's cool too.
He'll finish your song for you before you're done playing it, but he's cool.
He told me I needed to listen to more Randy Newman. I don't think he really cared much for what I did as a songwriter, but
I would say that everybody needs to listen to more Randy Newman, though.
I
don't know
mean,
if you need to let it in on your songs, but it's not how you write.
Yeah, totally.
You say what you mean. I mean, that's the thing. It's like there's always so much pressure to like. It's amazing how many bad reviews are like, like putting musicians down for doing the thing they intended to do because the thing they intended to do isn't cool enough for you. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Richard Marx put it perfectly. Like, I don't see why I keep getting like reviews like that are pissed off at me for not wanting to be Bob Dylan or for not sounding like. I clearly am not trying to sound like Bob Dylan. I'm writing big pop songs. I love big pop songs.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not trying to write Dylan songs and failing.
Yeah,
like
I'm doing my own thing.
Like, yeah.
It's just like being. It's just like it. I mean, I think it's like, especially in pop music, it's just like being in a session and saying, "Let's write a chorus like XYZ song that was just on the radio." You know, it's just kind of what people do. I think. You know, it's part of the game.
And I mean, I love Randy Newman, but I also love Laurie McKenna, who just she just says she says the thing. Yeah. Really plainly and really well. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, this thing happened and you feel this way about it and there's absolutely nothing missing. And, you know.
Yeah. And, you know, I feel like I have realized that I'm more of a fan of songs. Like, I've always been more of a fan of songs than of like all Bob Dylan's records. You know what I mean? Like, I like some Bob Dylan songs. I like some Bruce Springsteen songs. I like some Tori Amos songs. I like a lot of Tom Petty songs. I mean, it's like more about the song for me than the artist anyway, usually.
Yeah.
You know?
It takes a lot of time to be a super fan.
It does.
I mean, it's like kind of like it's that degree. Watching baseball, this is going to be sound like a total diversion, but it's not.
I'm going to stay with you.
I have no interest whatsoever in baseball, but like
Same.
I got, years ago, like I've gone to 2 baseball games in my life and they were both with super fans who explained every single person on the field and their strengths and weaknesses and why this person was going to try to hit it there because he knows that person is going to throw. And like the whole like, and it made it feel more like, the chess game on the Millennium Falcon? No. Like, no, the claymation chess game, like Chewbacca's playing, and they go, roar, they crawl across the chessboard.
Oh my God, I don't, which one was that in?
That's like the first one, Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but anyway, as you say.
Anyway, next time you go back, but it made baseball feel more like that to me. It was like, oh. It's these strategic moves, and having a super fan like really helped. And I love that there are people who go completely like basement tape on everything.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm like you. Like some people fascinate me more than others, but like Bjork fascinates me more, but I don't listen to her a lot. Like I can listen to like 5 or 6 songs of her all the time, and most of the time, like I admire her. Yeah. I have a massive brain crush on her, but I don't put her stuff on because it's too much.
Yeah, I feel you. I did see Bjork play I got tickets to see Bjork, free tickets to see Bjork at the Hollywood Bowl on the Vespertine record. The one where she had the guy. Yeah, and she had a dude on stage walking on a box of sand, and it was mic'd. Because on one of the songs, there's a dude walking on a box of sand. He was on stage doing that. Live, totally. And I just thought that was fucking cool because you definitely could have sampled that, and moved right along. But no. It was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome.
I love the idea, too, of how long. I wonder how long they spent choosing the shoes and the right kind.
And the box.
Too coarse. It's too coarse.
Yeah, right.
These shoes are too soft. We need clogs and...
we need clogs. We need clogs.
Different sand.
Seriously. No, this is Pacific Ocean sand. We need Atlantic Ocean sand.
Yeah, this isn't right. I can't believe I just did whatever passed for some bullshit non-Bjork
accent.
Yeah.
Well, I went right along with you, and I don't know what I did. I piggybacked
it was good.
off of
we
what
were
you
vaguely
doing.
European. and it's not racist because they're white.
You know,
Or so
well,
I'm told.
yeah, fair enough. You know, somebody asked me once if I was from the United Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, are you deaf? Are you hard of hearing? Do I sound like I'm from the United Kingdom? I thought that was odd.
I could see Alabama.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. That is right next to Mississippi. It's fair.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
fair. That's fair. I can't be offended by that.
No, not anymore. You've gone native though. You sound LA now. No, you don't even sound LA. You just
It's a strange conglomerate.
Is there a song that you want to play?
You know, I was thinking that I might want to play a song called Tough Girl.
Okay. I might want to
see.
hear a song called Tough Girl.
All right.
And I'm going to remember to mute my microphone this time.
Oh, did you not mute it last time? I didn't
did
even
not.
notice.
I would-
You're good, Glenn. Everything you do is awesome. You should just know that. Yeah, this song's called Tough Girl. If I needed you to hold me up, would you run to me, run to make it better? And if all the shine wears off, if I'm not enough, would you stay with me and say it doesn't matter? No, this world takes its toll, and if you have to cry, don't let it show. Whoa, I always had to be the tough girl. You never let 'em in too much, girl. Better do it on your own, 'cause no one's gonna do it for you. Always had to be the strong one. I never really let my guard down. Ever since you came along, I've been thinking I was wrong. Maybe I don't have to be the tough girl. Oh, the tough girl. When all the chips are down, would you call my bluff? Would you take the pain and put it on your shoulders? When everyone else would quit, would you be the one who won't? Because all you wanna do is change the way I always had to be the tough girl. Never let 'em in too much, girl. You better do it on your own, 'cause no one's gonna do it for you. Always had to be the strong one. I never really let my guard down. And ever since you came along, I've been thinking I was wrong. Maybe I don't have to be the tough girl. Ooh, hey, the tough girl. No, this world takes its toll, and if you have to cry, don't let it show. I always had to be the tough girl. Never let 'em in too much, girl. Better do it on your own, 'cause no one's gonna do it for you. Always had to be the strong one. I never really let my guard down. Ever since you came along, I've been thinking I was wrong. Maybe I don't have to be. Maybe I don't have to be. Maybe I don't have to be the tough girl. Maybe I don't have to be the tough girl. Tell me I don't Tell me I don't have to be the tough girl. Hey, oh, the tough girl.
You made them cry.
I did?
You did. At least some of them.
Good.
I love that song.
Good. Thanks. Thanks.
Crying is winning.
That was my goal all along.
Of course it is. That was really.
You feel the pain I felt.
Yep. Yeah, I think Tony Berg just needs to listen to more Garrison Starr.
Well, to be fair, yeah, he probably does, but whatever. I think he's done fine for himself.
He's done all right. But once again, yeah, not everything needs to be ironic.
Correct. I would say the same. He did have an opportunity, I will say. He did have an opportunity at that time of my life to be a mentor, but it didn't happen.
Oh, well.
Such is life.
He's given me some good advice.
He's a talented dude. Ain't no doubt.
He's responsible for Marigolds. Remember that one?
Your song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually.
I had this, and the funny thing is maybe I'll play that one.
Yeah, I want to hear that. It's been a while
See
since
if I could remember it. But I had that piece of music, and I actually had like an ironic lyric to it. It was like, my goal for the day is to get through the week without once being negative. And he heard the song, and his comment was like, oh, it didn't. It's like, that's the funny thing about the haha. And so he like listened to the song, and basically he's like, huh, that's it's really beautiful piece of music. You should write a lyric that's worthy of it. And so
did you? Yes,
just
you
straight
did.
out, and he's like, yeah, okay, gauntlet challenge.
Yeah.
Like,
but see, that's a great moment, you know. And honestly, I think, to be fair, I think you also have to be in a place to hear that stuff and to take, you know, to have the gauntlet thrown and to go, okay, I'm gonna rise to that occasion, you know.
yeah, and it's got to be the right person saying it too,
For
right?
sure.
That's the other part, is like just being able, the messenger. It's kind of shocking how hard that job of the messenger is. I always wonder who is the person saying that the president might be lying about a number of things that certain people will find, like, where will they hear it from when they'll finally go like, wait, has he been pulling my chain? Like,
Well, I'll tell you.
certainly not him.
I'll tell you when people will figure that out is when they're directly affected by this bullshit. That's when they'll figure it out. When it directly affects their life, they come in contact with it, you know, and they get hurt by it. Then, you know, and they stop making so much money, or like their lifestyle is affected, then they will listen. But until then, they will not, I don't think.
Well, it's
But,
true,
you
but
know-
then even then, I mean, somebody in your family dies of COVID, and he's blaming he's blaming Biden for not making a national mask mandate.
I mean, that's crazy. That's just
Biden's not in an office where he
I
can
know.
create a
I know.
national mask mandate.
I know, dude. I mean, I know there's so many things. There's so many things. But I was going to say about the messenger, I've been thinking about that a lot, because I've realized that, you know, so much of my my life when I was younger, and rightly so, but I was so angry and bitter about what I had experienced, you know, with fundamentalism and evangelicalism. I was so angry about how that had affected me and how it had hurt me and how I'd been abandoned, that I wasn't able. I think my message probably got lost, you know, and probably got all fuzzy because I wasn't in a place where I could kind of deal with all those emotions so that I could then get to a place of, you know, I mean, I guess that happens when it happens. I'm in a better place with that now, but it's like, you know, getting to a place where you can forgive mainly yourself and love yourself, and then be able to have something to give to someone else. That's not just like,
more,
you know.
yeah. Well, and it's a constant, like, I think the thing that I'm slowly getting is it's a practice. It's not a thing you arrive at. It's a
Right.
place you have to keep willfully arriving at. And if you don't you don't actively stay on the up and up. And even that basic, bringing the Trump into it, it's been such a trippy time. Like I got to say, every time I start listening, I sent you that Tara Brach
Yeah.
talk. For those of you who don't know Tara Brach, I'll look at the camera. Check out Tara Brach.
Oh, it was so good, y'all. You gotta check it out. She had so much good stuff to say about, just sweeping up your own side of the street and, coming at things from a place of love and forgiveness and, not standing up for yourself, but, forgiveness. And I don't know, it was good. But anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to
No,
derail.
but I like her whole thing. It's like, how do you, it was on bad othering, right? Is saying
Yeah,
the person
which-
who disagrees with me is a bad other. And even if
Right.
sometimes they can be categorically wrong about something, but it doesn't mean they're hateful. It doesn't mean they're evil. It means they're hurting in some way if they've chosen to enter into, or just that their informational stream is different, or
Yeah,
that,
or they're in fear. They're in fear, or they're in lack. They're not coming. They're coming from. They don't have the tools yet to manage their own situation. So it comes out. It's projection, right? It's like all these sideways, like unfiltered emotions.
And it's about figuring out where that exists in ourselves.
Correct.
And where we're going at, where we're illogical, where our information's bad, where we're acting out of lack or fear, or and that we're all dealing with. She had another great podcast on anxiety recently, and just
I need to listen to that.
oh my God, I've been like last few days. I actually got put out. I don't tend to get migraines, and I had like a full I didn't have the full headache thing, but I got put down yesterday, with an aura migraine.
Oh, dude, I get those are the ones that I get.
Everybody just looked like a Picasso painting.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, I had no energy, and I couldn't, I mean, I'm supposed to be finishing a record, and I can't look at the screen to,
Yeah.
use Logic and record, and
Yeah.
I just had to lay down. I could eventually listen to stuff, but I lost the entire day to just, and
Yeah.
I figure it's lack of sleep and anxiety,
Could also be smoke. I mean, it could be a lot of.
It was also the air really sucked.
The air
Yeah.
is so bad right now. It smells like a friggin' campfire out here.
Yep.
It's like it was really bad today. It was like right in your face today.
Yeah. But yeah, if any of you, I will just also just say to the people listening, if Tara Brach, Brock, Brach, say it how you will. But her podcast, she is a Buddhist teacher, she's a meditation teacher, and she's a psychologist, and she's, but they are not, if you've ever listened to a Dharma talk, they're not religion. They're philosophy. There's a lot of science. There's a lot of neuroscience. There's a lot of just really good advice on how to sit with the things that are difficult to sit with. I mean, the anxiety one also was really talking about, the ways we check out when we're anxious, and talking about, if you're drinking a lot, if you're distracting a lot with, entertainment, anything to keep your mind elsewhere, or if you're thinking all the time, just these are all ways of not being in the moment. And
Yeah.
she got to the thinking, and I'm like, oh God, that's me.
That's me too. That's me
And-
too.
And it's the cutting down the information stream and just sitting in the moment and learning to kind of contain the discomfort and understand it, and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of attention and resource, and this is a straining time.
It's hard
I feel like I
stuff.
should. It is. I feel like I should play the easy ones now.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Well, this is a song. This is a song. It's best introduction to any. This is a song.
Here's a song.
This I wrote actually about Tonglen practice, which is this. It's like giving and receiving. So it's like it's a
It's a sexual
Buddhist-
song.
no.
I'm kidding.
It's,
I'm kidding.
It's a loving kindness practice where it's a meditation where what you're supposed to do is you start with people who give you the warm fuzzies,
Oh.
and she goes through this actually in the anxiety one, and you start by kind of meditating on, loving kindness for the benefit of all creatures, and you just start by concentrating on the people who, it's like so easy, Freya, Zola, Sophia, Elise, like Garrison, like easy, and then you go to people who trouble you a little, relationships that are a little harder, whatever you're on your, it's like, and then you just try to expand it broadly into going into people you really don't understand, and to see how the nature of your compassion changes as you increase the difficulty in finding it, and that it can always still be found, right? You can always find that, but it's work, and so anyway, I wrote this. You can't just love the easy ones. You can't just love the easy ones. You gotta let 'em in when you'd rather just run. You can't just love the easy ones. You can't just play the simple songs. You can't just play the simple songs. You gotta knuckle down till your fingers are raw. You can't just play the simple songs. When I can't face the ones I fear, it'll all become clear. Oh, and I embrace the ones I fear, it'll all become clear. You can't just walk the shortest road. You can't just walk the shortest road. You gotta straighten your back beneath the heaviest load. You can't just walk the shortest road. When I can't face the ones I fear, it'll all become clear. Oh, and I embrace the ones I fear, it'll all become clear. For all the suffering souls beside me, I pray love will guide me. I pray love will guide me home. You can't just love the easy ones. You can't just love the easy ones. You gotta let 'em in deep when you'd rather just run. You can't just love the easy ones. Woo! Woo! Doesn't mean you have to have them over for Thanksgiving, though.
Right. I love that song. I know that song.
Yeah.
I know that one. I just realized my reverb is rather aggressive. I just turned it down a little bit.
Ah. It all disappears on the. I put on a
Does it?
reverb when I say it's. But
Oh, yeah. Yours is, well, I turned mine down because I'm like, God, his is dry and sounds real good, but
it's not quite dry. It's pretty close.
meow.
Yep. God, I miss having you for Thanksgiving.
I know. My
Oh.
God.
Those are the best.
Those were such fun times.
They were. Garrison always used to come to our house. Can I tell people this? Like you.
Yeah, sure.
You used
I
to,
don't know
to
what
come
you're gonna tell, but
just when the girls were young. You would come
yeah.
back. You'd come for Thanksgiving a bunch of years, and we would all sit around in the living room and play songs after. And I remember, just the main thing I remember is the year that you sang Gin and Juice for the first time.
Right.
And my girls were like, she's the coolest person in the world. And I remember my girls just like, it was the nastiest thing they'd ever heard in their life. And my mom, utterly appalled, my mom just with this like, what is this? Why is everybody smiling? And what is this thing? Like, she'd had zero access to Snoop in her life, and Gin and Juice was like being thrown off the deep end for her, and it was so hilarious watching her discomfort and compared with my daughter's like just utter glee.
That's so funny. I never knew that she was that appalled by it. I'm surprised. If I had known that, I would have been afraid to look her in the eye after that.
She never even commented on it. Like, she would never comment on it. She just didn't
tell.
know what to do. And it was
Right.
this thing of like, she's looking around the room and thinking like, everybody's enjoying, like, is there something I'm not getting? Like, she had no context.
God, she's
like,
so sweet.
And she had no context to what's, and yeah, my mom is probably watching right now as we're talking about that, but
She's
Gin and
so
Juice.
sweet.
Anyway.
So what you're saying is I definitely should not play that.
Oh, you should
now.
totally play that.
I'm totally going to play
No,
it.
only if you want. Yeah.
I haven't played it in so long. I know I won't.
Yeah?
I know I can do it. Yeah. I mean, it's something that never goes away from me.
Well, I'll say this: if your kids are watching
Yeah, it's
the
not
show,
for kids.
it's not for kids. She
It's
does
not for kids.
It's not for kids. So
It's not
at
for
this
kids.
moment, anyone with kids in the audience, here, wait,
Put
I
on
can
your
even
mandrake. Put on your mandrake earmuffs or leave the room.
Here's the weird thing: I can do these weird.
See the
Little-
Fnords.
Yeah. Do you
What
see
i-
the Fnords? I
what
didn't
is
used
that?
to see the Fnords, but
Is
now I
that
see the Fnords.
is that a Dr. Seuss thing?
No, Fnords are from Illuminatus trilogy by Robert Anton Wilson.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm just gonna do.
Okay. You're gonna say explicit language coming.
Yes.
Well, let me just give. If I'm gonna do this, which I'm happy to do, I just want to give a little background. That several years ago, I was asked by a former publicist of mine who was helping to put together. I'm so happy to see you. Who was putting together a Snoop Dogg tribute album, and he was like, and this was like, this was the start of my year of my life of saying yes, and then acting as if, you know what I mean? So he was like, would you want to be part of a Snoop Dogg? Yes. So then I walked away, and I'm like, what did I just do? Like, how in the world am I gonna, transform a rap song into like? So then I looked at the list of songs because I realized like I didn't really know that many Snoop songs, and there was
Yeah.
a short list of songs that were left, and there were already like 8 or 9 artists that had signed up for this thing. I was one of the last people to come on
And
board.
nobody had taken Gin and Juice?
Nobody had taken Gin and Juice. I'm like, well, this is like the biggest song. I'm doing this song. So I was staying with my friend PJ Pacifico in Connecticut, and he had gone to a yoga class, and I took the greatest part of this was that, that little blue microphone, the USB mic, it's plastic.
Yeah, the Yeti or whatever.
Whatever. It's like a plastic thing
Yeah.
that looks real, and it just has one knob on it, one volume knob on it. Into his garage band. That was the recording for this. Like, I took
Nice.
acoustic and did the thing, and then PJ came and sang background vocals, and so anyway, so this is what we got to.
Does that banner work for you?
What's that?
Does that banner work for you?
Oh yeah, sure.
Perfect.
I'm happy to fly underneath that banner. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O double G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day, man. Kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through. It's 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping 'cause my mama ain't home. And I got these bitches in the living room just getting it on. And they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. but what you wanna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn out the lights, yeah, close the doors, 'cause we don't love them hoes. So we gonna smoke an ounce to this. G's up, hoes down, while you motherfuckers gonna bounce to this. We go rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Well, now that I got me some Seagram's gin, everybody got their cups, you know, but they ain't chipped in. Man, this types of shit happens all the time. You got to get yours, but fool, I gotta get mine. And everything is fine when you're listening to the D.O.G. I got the cultivating music that be captivating. He who listens to the words that I speak as I take me a drink to the middle of the street. And I get to macking on this bitch named Sadie. She used to be my homeboy's lady. 80 degrees when I tell that bitch, please raise up all these NUTs, 'cause you get to none of these at ease as I mob with the dog pound. Feel the breeze, biatch. We just a rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Later on that day, my homie Dr. Dre came through with a gang of Tanqueray and a fat-ass J. Some bubonic chronic that made me choke. Oh shit, this ain't no joke, this ain't no joke. But I had to back off it, set my cup down. Tanqueray and chronic, yeah, I'm fucked up now, but it ain't no stopping, I'm still popping. Dr. Dre got some bitches from the city of Compton to serve me, now with a cherry on top. 'Cause when I bust my nut, I'm raising up off the cot. Don't get upset, girl, that's just how it goes. I don't love you hoes, I'm at the door. And we be rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Yeah, we just a rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Excuse me, I was muted.
Oh,
I love that song makes me think of Thanksgiving
I
dinner.
love it. I love that too. Those were such fun times, man. Such fun times.
Aw. You gotta come and hang out. Freya's gonna come back
she
from
coming
the
back?
Faroes
Okay.
mid-October. And Zola's
Well, I'm
here,
only
so
going to
you'll
come up
get 2
there
out
if
of 3
Zola's going to
if
make
you
me
come
a
in late
genius
October.
meal.
Zola will
Done. Done
totally
and
make
done.
you a genius meal. Yeah. You'll get
Can't
most
wait.
of
I
it.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah. Oh god. Now what do we do?
I don't know. How long does this thing go?
It's like an hour-ish, unless you got to go somewhere. Were you going to do that dinner as
Yeah,
well?
but I mean, I'm just gonna if we end at 7, I'm gonna say thank you, good night, and I'm just gonna get in my car and drive, go eat.
Easy peasy, no
Easy
tear down.
peas. No tear down.
Nice thing about this. Yay. Anything you want to hear? Anything I should do?
Well, I mean, I would love to hear thank you if it's not too far off the
No,
out
no,
of
no.
the
I
out of
haven't
the
been
deal.
playing it, but I can totally do it. This
That
song
or
I've-
waiting on the other Bootafall song. I really love that song too. You know, it's one of my faves. You pick between those two, whichever you're feeling.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll do this. I'll just preface it by saying, I mean, it's weird. I had, one of the things that makes me feel like I'm like doing my job right in some way is that I can piss off and excite people about things that are like have nothing to do with why I wrote something, or I don't know. It's like there were I had one week on tour with Toad where two people came up to me, and one guy was like really shocked that I was straight because he thought the Dulcinea album was all about coming out of the closet and like how hard it is to stay in, and like that was his jam and the album that got him through coming out. And like
Wow.
and the same week somebody else comes up and thinks I'm an evangelical Christian for the same album. And
Wow.
and the same, like, and there was just something of this, like, I just loved that whatever was in this, like, that there's something in there that's working for like these people that wouldn't think they had anything in common, you
Yeah.
know?
That's awesome. I mean, that is.
And it was like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It was like, cool. Like, you know, neither was why I wrote anything, but like, man, it's working for you. I'm stoked. Like,
That's so neat. It is.
but this song, I had people who were both really excited that I was evangelical, and people who like were like, man, I used to listen to you, but I'm not gonna do the God stuff. Like, and I'm like, I'm more like, I dig Sufis. Like, I like. I don't believe in like an omniscient deity. I just think there's, I don't know. The world didn't, you know, Mary Oliver said it, right? The world didn't have to be beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Like, why is it so fucking beautiful? And I can't
Yeah.
say thank you enough for it. Like, this planet could have been like anything, and the level of beauty in nature and in the construction of the universe, and just like everything from string theory up to the, you know, like, it's all so insanely beautiful. And it doesn't mean there's something that put it together, but it's like I defined God, like I want to personify existence just enough that I can say thank you to it. That's like as far as I want to go with God, because that feels amazing to me.
Well,
And-
I think that's what you. I think that's what you lean into then.
Yeah, but then if you try to do more, I don't know, if you try to define it too much.
Well,
Here's
look
what I say:
happens.
if you
Look
try
what
to
happens
define
when
the
you try to
ineffable,
define-
you F it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So,
I'm with you on that.
but yeah, but this one I started playing in more like kind of yurt, you know, yoga situations, and it like had a real rebirth because I found this place. I didn't want to have to explain it, and as I played more stuff or done more song circle stuff and done stuff that it's like, I don't know, there's no religion, but it's kind of like church, like it's spiritual. I don't know, you don't have to sign any belief forms. You just gotta like dig being there, and so this song kind of came back in that context for me, and
I love that.
yeah, and it's been had some
It's neat.
powerful
It's-
times with this one.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful how songs will do that. You know,
Mhm.
it for the artist. You know, it's like you think it's over, and then it pops back up again and has a new life for you and a new meaning for you, and you reconnect with it in this cool way.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
hit us.
I should also say this was originally going to be a little more like Vienna Tang's Land Sailor song. The first verses I wrote for it were all about like infrastructure, and I was trying to go like, you know, you say grace, you know, you say thanks for the meal on your table, but like how many people? So it was like for migrant farm workers, it was for the people who, like everybody in the chain that gets the things that we, you know, consume, like how to, and I started going, and it just got like broader and broader and broader and went to existence. So it starts with "You Made This World," which does sound kind of deist, but it worked for the purpose of a song. So
I
you
love it.
made this world, you made this world, you made this world. Thank you, thank you. You gave me life, you gave me life, you gave me life. Thank you, thank you. You sowed these seeds, you sowed these seeds, you sowed these seeds. Thank you, thank you. You brought this peace, you brought this kept me warm. You kept me warm. When I was in the wasteland, when I was in the war, when I was all alone, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your love is everywhere, your love is everywhere, your love is everywhere. Open me, open me, open. Your love is everywhere, your love is everywhere, your love is everywhere. Open me, open me, open. Let it come, come to me now. Let it come to me now. Let it come to me now. Let it come to me. Let it come, come to me now. Let it come to me now. Let it come to me, come to me. Your love, oh, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. Your love is everywhere. Open me, open me, open. You brought the medicine. You brought the medicine. You brought the medicine. Thank you, thank you. You let me love again. You let me love again. You always let me love again. Thank you, thank you. Your love is everywhere. Your love is everywhere. Your love is everywhere. Open me, open me, open. Your love is everywhere. Your love is everywhere. Your love is everywhere. Open me, open me, open. You made this world. You made this world. You made this world. Thank you, thank you.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you, Garrison.
I love it.
That was a funny one too. Like when we recorded that, we were out of, that was Mr. Lemons was like the record I made. I was supposed to be doing my demos and I was supposed to go in with him. Who's the guy who did all the Josh Rouse records?
Oh, Chris Moon?
Oh,
No,
is it
not.
Chris-
Oh, he was
Brad-
his manager. Brad Jones.
Brad. Okay, I was supposed to go in the studio with like
Alexander
Nielsen
the Great, right?
and
Jones.
Brad.
Yeah, yeah.
They were going to co-produce, and we had like a date set for 2 months, and then the record company a few weeks, like 2 weeks before we were 2 weeks. We were supposed to go in 2 months, and then the record company went, actually, maybe you should do some demos. And so, which is like, okay, they're dropping you. So I flew out to, so I had like 2 weeks instead of 2 months to prepare for an album. And I went to Nashville, and it's like, okay, they're going to drop me. Hopefully they'll let me keep the demos and I can put that out, and then I'll have an income next year. And so we put together this record in like 0 time, and we were kind of out of songs, and it's like, well, what else you got, Glenn? I'm like, well, I wrote this, but it's kind of weird. I never finished it. And he's like, work on it tonight. We'll record it in the morning. And so like worked on it for a few hours, like went to bed, woke up, and the first thing in the morning we recorded that song and like did 2 takes of it. I think they were each like 8 minutes long, and I went into some like totally weird trance. Like I went totally shaman style.
Oh, it was so great though. I mean, that's the beauty. That is like one of the that's the beauty of working with Nielsen.
Yeah.
You know, because only Nielsen would like record that song the way it needs to be recorded. Like that's a song Nielsen would write. You know, that's an artist song. Like not everybody has the balls to write and perform that song. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some Cat Stevens shit. I just love it.
And just to go like, well, and luckily it's only 2 chords, so it's hard to mess up.
Yeah.
But it's like, but yeah, just to go in and like, I hadn't even. He's like, should we go through the song before we? Just like, no, just give let's make it everybody's first time through. And so it was this wild moment. I've had one other experience like that, which is Grief and Praise. It was the last day of recording the last record, and it was like I had all the things I wanted to say that I hadn't said, and I knew I had one. If I wanted it to be on this record, like I needed to cram all of that shit in a song like now, or it wasn't gonna happen. And did the same thing, like stayed up all night, finished it, recorded it the next day. And it's my favorite song on Swallowed by the Nude too.
God.
Deadlines work.
Yeah, deadlines do work. I'm going to have to... I've not spent a lot of time with that record. I'm going to go get into that.
Okay. It's sad.
Well,
Lose
that's
something
okay.
you really love, and then it's a great record if you've just lost something you deeply care about.
Yeah. I remember that time period.
But we've lost lots we deeply care about, so it's a good time for grief. Grief is
right.
evergreen.
That's right. Grief is evergreen.
Do you want to play one more beautiful song for us to take us out of this?
I will
thing?
definitely do it. I'm trying to think of what I should do.
You got so many great songs. I'm happy
Dude.
with just about anything.
Thank you, Glenn. You know what? I'll play this song. This is a song I'm feeling a lot right now. It's a newer song. I actually released it a few weeks ago. It's just Damn That's Breaking. Thank you for having me on your show.
I love you. It's so fun to be with you.
I love you
like,
so much. I really do. You're my
I
brother.
was realizing the other day, it's like there's a reason to, a reason to like be kind in the world. Like you end up being surrounded by people who reinforce that the world's a good place. I think it's been one of the hardest things in this isolation is like seeing the news more than I see the people I love. There's the people I directly live with who are kind and gentle and good, but there's just there's something about having that constant contact with kindness and people who's just we're fighting through the same stuff you're fighting through, but who always keep kind of coming back to love and coming at things with heart and trying to open their minds up and like do this struggle, like that the fight is against fear, as opposed to against idiots,
Yeah.
Well,
it's never giving up, like you said, never giving up, never giving in to all that stuff, all that toxicity and all the fear that holds you back in your life, You've always made me feel like I'm not alone in my struggles with anxiety and my struggles with depression. Like you have always been willing to be so open with where you are when you're struggling. That's always been a huge encouragement to me because I've struggled so much and I struggle more than I don't struggle. And I know that you're the same. And,
we've done a lot of back and forth on the phone of
We have.
one of us showing up for the other.
We have, and I'm super grateful for that. That's not something that's a rare thing. You're a good friend.
You too, Garrison. So good to see you. I love you.
I love you too.
I want to hear the song.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you full screen. I'm gonna mute myself.
It's as old as sin. Oh, honey, you ain't born again. You just changed the way you wanted to parade. And underneath that skin, you're the person that you've always been. You just thought you found an easier way. Oh, I've been breathing underwater. Oh, I've been trying to be brave. Oh, I've been breathing underwater. I can feel my walls are shaking, baby. I'm a dam that's breaking. Takes a while to see it. 'Cause really, who wants to believe that sometimes people lie to your face? And I've been choking on the fire inside of me, and I remember I can't hear you.
Bop, biddy, bop, bop, bobbity, badoo, bop, bop. I'm back.
I love you too. Thank
Love
you
you.
so much, and thanks
so
for
good. I
everybody
love
for
that
watching.
song.
And
Yeah, and is that on the new? Wait, let's
Okay.
before we go, let's sell your shit. You have a when
Well,
is the album out?
to be honest, right now we're just focusing on. To be totally honest, the record's not coming out till next year, so we're just focusing right now on releasing some new music before the end of the year. So I actually have a new single that's coming out on September the 25th that I'm really excited about, and so
Which song?
it's a song called "Don't Believe in Me." So check that out tonight. But I do have a since you asked, I do have a Hotel Cafe live stream show coming up on September 25th.
September 25th.
September 25th.
Awesome.
So it's a live stream. You can find all that stuff on my Facebook page. But thank you for asking, and I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to like chuck you a PayPal or a Venmo, are you? I'm assuming there aren't a whole lot of Garrison stars there.
It's Garrison-Star on Venmo, and it's if you want
Garrison,
to Venmo me, but
2 Rs?
but give
Star,
it to
2
charity.
Rs.
Yes, give it to charity.
They can do
please.
both.
Come, you know what? If you want to support me, watch my live stream show with my band on September 25th. Today's about
Okay.
charity. If you want to come support me and give me money, give it to me on September 25th. But today, let it be about people who need it today.
And this week it is still, for those of you, this is my first week multicasting, so this is my first Periscope ever, and
great.
it's so fun, but it's on YouTube as well, and so YouTube doesn't have the donate button. I haven't figured that out yet, but if you're watching it on Facebook, there is the donate button for Direct Relief International. Yeah. So.
All right. I'm gonna go eat some sushi.
I'm gonna look at the camera so I can look at you, Garrison.
I'll text you later.
Enjoy
We'll make
the
a plan
sushi.
about hanging. Y'all have a
Okay,
good night.
I'm gonna have some salad.
See you
All
later,
right.
dude.
Bye, love you. See you guys. I'm alone. It's just